confuses me to no end. I mean, there's this atheist on YouTube. His name's Tommy from the Bronx. I'm sure you've heard of him. This guy's full-fledged atheist. He doesn't believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. He mocks him all the time. He mocks God. He has a TV series on his channel page called Tommy from the Bronx. And all that deals with is just, sin up to your eyeballs. But that's besides the point.
Oh, what's besides the point is that the last time I looked, that channel was flagged as parody. Oh boy. Well, Tommy, I know this isn't this guy and his views on your videos, and the fact that we like you, the fact that you've got friends in all of the major camps here, and not just fans but friends as well. That's not all you're talking about here, but I just thought that was too amusing to pass up. For those who don't get it, here's the deal on Tommy. He's funny, and when he's not being funny, he's really insightful. And quite a lot of the time, he's actually both. So there you go, Tommy. Oh boy. But this question of why do we bother? Oh boy. Yeah, I've contemplated that one over many a tripod. And for context, what I use for tripods: empty Stoli bottles. So yeah, I've contemplated that question over many a tripod. And here's the thing. I think that even in stark disagreement, and maybe the sort of disagreement where we're just not all going to wind up on the same page, I think that's necessary for a couple of reasons. First, whatever we think, whatever we believe or don't believe, or what we believe about why people believe, or how they should believe, or what they can and can't believe, or all of that. All of that aside, there are questions that we do have to work out, and that we do have to some degree, come to a point of agreement on. The three basics, as I see it, we have to agree how we treat people that we think have wronged us. This becomes a problem because people who disagree on beliefs are going to come into contact with each other. We're going to bump into each other, and problems are going to occur. So we should at least talk about that amongst each other and amongst ourselves, just so that when a wrong, or when people's interactions step outside those ideological lines, they're not in uncharted territory. I think we also have to discuss how we treat people who disagree with us, and how we should treat people who disagree with us. And that's, it seems like we do reasonably well with that first one. We make some progress on agreeing how we should treat people who wrong us. But man, we're not at first base. We're not even up to bat on that second question. Sitting down, talking about how should we treat people who disagree with us? How do we treat people across ideological lines? It'd be nice to see some more progress on that, and it's very necessary. And the third biggie, as I see it, is how do we handle it when we disagree on what wrong is? Belief system A says that these two people, one of them is wrong to each other, and the other belief system says, no big deal, nothing has happened. and conflict. And again, for the same reason, we need to talk about this, because when those things happen, it would be very good if we weren't operating blind. If conversations had occurred so that we at least had some idea of how to handle that. And these three things can only really be discussed when you're talking, when you have groups of people that don't agree on ideology, don't agree on religion, don't agree on points of culture. So that's one reason why I think it's very important. However much time we spend spinning our wheels, the only time that we make progress on those sorts of things is when we're in mixed company. The other reason why I think it's very important that we have, say, Christians talking with atheists, Muslims talking with Christians, talking with atheists, talking with Jews, talking with Hindus, talking with Buddhists, talking with pagans, talking with Wiccans, talking with shamans, talking with etc. Is that every now and then something amazing comes out of those conversations. See, the conflict between different ideas, between different worldviews, can, and at many points in history has, sparked huge leaps forward on the part of all participating. Now, there have been moments in history where, for example, the discourses and debates between Christians and Muslims wound up provoking change in both groups, and positive change in both groups. Stepping outside of the religion question, the friction between differing ideas is something that we rely on. We absolutely rely on as a species. It's the variety of ideas, and not just the variety of ideas themselves, but the variety of how people form ideas, how they shape ideas, how they relate ideas to each other. Variety there is how we get these occasional jumps forward in human history, but it's also how we just make day-to-day progress. So, yeah, and there's a hell of a lot of spinning our wheels on this. And I don't know, some people some people like to squeal the tires of their car coming out of the driveway. I can't say I've ever found that all that appealing. But I do think it's necessary for all of that. For all of the frustration and all the ridiculousness. I do think some good comes out of this. So, it'd be nice if it was coming about a little faster. But it will come about.